All right, it's now time for us to do business in here. My name is Kweku Time. We're looking at some latest updates of business issues in the country. I will do a little bit of agri with research, and here research scientists say food in plastic is a danger to health. Plastic has been named a major contributor to illness leading to death in Ghana.
Plastics is used in every step of food preparation and production. In many homes, food is stored and reheated in plastic containers for consumption, notwithstanding the dangers involved. In Ghana, recent health concerns have sparked new discussions about the safety of plastics in the food industry. 90% of deaths have been attributed to the habit of packaging foods in plastics. A library assistant at the University of Ghana Medical School, Dominic Jemfi, is one of such researchers. He told TV3 styrofoam, popularly known in Ghana as takeaway packs, is very dangerous to human health.
When you take every styrofoam and then you turn the bag, there is an indication or a recycling code PS number 6. Polystyrene cap number 6 has not been accepted by international organizations. They've never accepted as safe for human consumption. And here in Ghana, we are using it for fried rice everywhere you go. And the chemical we used to produce them is called styrene, which in men will cause prostate cancer. And research is saying that if one continues to eat statistically for 10 years, the person will develop cancer 6 times above the normal person.
Alcohol, he said, should never come into contact with any plastic material.
When alcohol gets in contact with disposable cup, the styrene dissolves into the it, and then young men will have premature death.
Water, they say, is life, but Dominic Jemfi says when packaged in plastic and exposed to direct sunlight for a long time becomes toxic.
Here in Accra, from Tema to Choco Mampubi Dansumai, the pure water is found in Kiatrak. They don't cover it, exposed to sun. And meanwhile, you have cautioned the consumers that not to be exposed to sun. And it shouldn't be long when it is produced. Because after 3 days, you bring the water out, you feel something like troca, something like starch. What is saying that the water has become contaminated. So if one drinks it, it gets into the system and then trouble for us.
He warned hot water should not under any circumstance be put in feeding bottles. Alternatives including glasses, calabash and eating food from leaves is the best. According to Dominic, he developed interest in dangers associated with plastics when the then director of the Ghana Health Service, Professor Ajiman Bedu Akosa, made a publication that 80% of deaths could be prevented if humans changed their way of eating. And so, for 3 years running, Dominic devoted his life to this research. Even though plastics make eating and storing food more efficient, it poses a major threat to human life.
Well, very educative then. You'd only get this right here on TV3. We're coming to you live from Adesawe. Let me take you back to the Senche Forum. Let's get some details then, some of the issues that emerge now. One of the recommendations of the Senche Consensus is a review of the measures by the Bank of Ghana aimed at restoring the Ghana city. So what is definitely the Bank of Ghana going to be doing, especially around this time? Are we going to see a review? Well, at the just ended Economic Forum, analysts argued unless concrete measures are reached by the central bank, businesses and individuals will continue to suffer in the country.
The governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Henry Kofi Wampa, was optimistic the central bank's strong intervention to shore up the cedi is beginning to yield fruits, despite the cedi's fluctuating fortunes. Already, analysts are predicting the cedi to the dollar will hit 3 cedis by the end of May. Chartered economist John Gachi is enthused with the proposal of a review of the measures.
We have come to a consensus as to how we are going to put pressure on government to work within a certain limit of borrowing. That has been done from 2 fronts. A committee made up of Public Account Committee and Parliament and other institutions that are going to be strengthened to monitor the debt level of Ghana. And then at the same time, you are going to commit the central bank to introduce a new formula as to how the central bank lends to government.
Among the measures, a debt ceiling is expected to be set on government borrowing. This should be separated from the ceiling on total net domestic borrowing. A former Minister of Finance, Professor Kwesi Botwe, believes the review is necessary to bring back economic confidence.
The most responsible thing to do is to review the policies, to assess their impact, and to take the decisions that need to be taken. If we assess the impact and we conclude that the nuisance effect, the irritants that this brought, and the cost in the loss of confidence, that we have had to bear far outweigh the benefits of the measures, whatever they were, then I think it will be our responsibility to take steps to change course. And that is what we are hoping will be done.
Definitely would wait to see the outcome, what really would come out of the Senche meeting. Let's do other stories now, and we're looking into the transport sector as the Metro Mass Transit Limited is set to increase its fleet by 1,000 buses. The addition of the new fleet forms part of the company's 5-year strategic plan to rebrand and improve upon its services. Sarah Paku with the details.
The Metro Mass Transit Limited has been in operation for 10 years with 1,019 fleet across the country. It runs 700 buses a day on 423 routes. The company has faced a number of challenges, including the frequent breakdown of buses. Eric Buedumisa, head of communications, is optimistic of better business opportunities for the company.
We are rebranding. We are trying to tell the public that we are safer than we used to be.
He said maintenance work is being done on all buses, while staff will be retrained to be more effective. In a bid to improve upon quality service and ensure the safety of clients, the company has recruited more women as drivers.
We have trained already 70 of them, and they went and perfected in the Ivory Coast. So they are even better than some of the drivers that I see in the streets. Not our drivers, but the drivers that I see in the streets who are trying to compete with us. They are not daring. The men would dare go through certain things. The women won't dare. And every time they see women behind the steering wheel, they feel very much, comfortable.
So my name is Kweku Timin, and I love to do business. We're not done with Midday Live here. Do stay with us. Up next, we're bringing you some updates from our world of sports. Don't forget that we'll also be liaising with the international world by way of international news. Do stay with us. We'll be back shortly.